Hey, Sam. Well, thanks for coming. Spend a few minutes with the group here, and again, just use the raise hand function in Zoom, and we'll get to you guys. And first question, right back to Andrew Jones.
Hey, Sam, how much of a challenge is it staying sharp these past couple of weeks when you start to prepare for a game, then you don't have a game, then you got to go into off-week mode and 3 weeks in between games? What's the challenge there?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not what we expected. Obviously, we expected to play Charlotte last Saturday and come into a bye. But, I mean, I would say we have a pretty mature team, and everyone's in a good place mentally. And we know this season any game can be taken away from us at any time. So we really just challenge ourselves to stay sharp every single day and just try to be consistent, no matter if we have a game that weekend or not. Because, I mean, like I said, at any time it can be taken away from us. So, and at any time we could schedule another game that week. So, like, I know they tried to schedule a game this week, and they're working on Monday to try to do that. So we really just got to be prepared and just try to be consistent and try to do the same thing every single day.
With Trey moving to safety and Jacarius, I guess, starting at nickel, in the limited amount of time you've gone against him and had him on the other side of the ball, what have you seen from Jacarius?
Yeah, ever since he came in, he's made his presence on the field. I mean, he's one of the guys, especially on the defense side of the ball, that right when he came in, he made an immediate impact. He flies around the field. He's a big physical kid. He's making plays in the passing game. He's making plays in the box. So he's done a really, really good job. So he's definitely a guy I want to see out there on the field and get an opportunity. So we'll see what he's got.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, next up is C.L. Brown.
Hi, Sam. In not playing a game, how does that affect the timing you have with your receivers and just kind of the rhythm that you guys get on? Is it greatly affected, or is it you develop that sense of timing in practice, so not playing a game isn't going to really affect it?
Yeah, really not playing a game isn't really going to affect it because, honestly, the timing stuff, it'll probably get a little better that we have more practice because, I don't throw to every receiver during the game. We only throw the ball, between 20 and 30 times a game. So really just having more time for practice will only make that better. So we definitely have been taking advantage of these past couple of weeks and improving our timing and stuff like that.
Okay, and during the course of a game, if the defense is doing something that you guys didn't necessarily see while scouting, they're putting a new wrinkle out in a coverage or something, at what point did you feel comfortable when you're telling the coaches, hey, this is what they're doing? At what point did you feel comfortable actually recommending, why don't we counter with this play, or why don't we counter by coming to, something else?
Yeah, I mean, really just this year. I didn't really do a whole lot of that last year. I just put a lot of time into the off season and learning defenses and just trying to extend my knowledge in the game of football. And therefore, I've been able to give Coach Longo some feedback during this season and throughout the game with stuff that I like, stuff I see out there on the field. But last year, I didn't really have a great understanding of what really was going on. I mean, I knew what they were doing based off film, but if they did something different that I hadn't seen, I couldn't really tell you what it is. But now I have a lot better understanding of what defenses are doing. So when they do something different that we haven't seen, I pretty much know what it is and know how to be it.
Thank you.
Okay, Brendan Marks, you're up next.
Hey, Sam, just sort of piggybacking off that idea, I know you mentioned, this is a time for you and the receivers to work on various aspects of your timing. Do you sort of stress now that this is sort of a 2-3 week period, you use it more to hone in on fundamentals, or is this a time where you and Coach Longo can sort of talk together and maybe try and add a couple of new wrinkles to the game plan?
Yeah, I would say just a little bit of everything, honestly. We definitely try to go back to the little things and try to find all the little kinks and stuff in our offense, stuff that isn't perfect, and just try to perfect those things. There's little things here or there in every position group that we try to perfect, especially during these past 2 weeks off. And, yeah, we're definitely looking at some new stuff, different ways we can improve our offense. We're always doing that, whether it's a bye week or not. So, yeah, we're definitely just trying to make sure we're locking on all the details because we have some time, like you said, with these past 2 weeks. So definitely try to make our offense better any way we can.
Thank you.
All right, Greg Barnes, you are up next.
Hey, Sam, beyond the disappointment of not being able to play Charlotte last weekend, is there value, and how much value, in being able to get through a game week practice schedule preparing for an opponent?
Yeah, I mean, I think there definitely can be value with it. We definitely prepared. Like, we had a game. We had a really, really good week of practice. So just for kind of the younger guys, you get that whole another week of experience of what it's like to prepare for a game. We were very prepared to play UNC Charlotte, so we didn't play the game, but we mentally we were prepared to play a game. So that's definitely some good experience for really everyone on the team.
And this is a hypothetical, but Bubba had just kind of offhanded mentioned that on Thursday of last week that another team had contacted him and said, hey, we can be there and play on Saturday in 2 days' notice. How much time do the players need, and do you think the team needs to be able to prepare for upcoming opponent when things are shifting around as much as they can be this year?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to have a whole week to prepare, but I mean, really, I don't know how much time we need. I mean, as long as both teams have the same amount of time, I think it'll be a pretty good game. I mean, if we both have 3 days prepared, then we both have 3 days to prepare. I think we'll do a really good job in those 3 days and work really hard and be as prepared as we can be. But I mean, really, I'm fine with playing however many days we have to prepare, as long as it's the same with both teams.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
All right, Ross Martin, go ahead.
Hey, Sam, with Trey, what have you noticed out of Trey Morris' move to safety? I know you mentioned him as one of the better defenders you've gone against. So what do you think about Trey Morris at safety for y'all now?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good for Trey. It's going to challenge him a little bit more, just from like a communication and knowledge standpoint of the whole defense. And Trey's a really, really good player. I think he's gonna have a really long career. I'm not sure what position, but last year he got some film at corner. His freshman year he played nickel and did a really good job. So he's really playing all around the field. I think that's really going to help him, especially when trying to get to the next level. Guys are going to see he can really play anywhere in that secondary, and he can make an impact in the box. So it definitely be good for Trey. It's definitely a challenge, but he definitely has the talent and the ability to do it. And he's definitely in the right place mentally to do it. So I'm very excited for him.
When you're going against defenses, what really stands out with good safeties?
I mean, just how far, just how fast they can break on stuff. Like the Andre Siska kid at Syracuse he can make a play from one hash to the other. He can really stretch the field. He's very good range at safety. So definitely look at their range and how they can impact passes when they're all the way across the other side of the field. And definitely their impact in the box when they can come down and be an impact in the run game. It's definitely something I look for in a good safety.
Awesome. Thanks, Sam.
Chapel Fowler, you're up.
Hey, Sam. What's kind of your evaluation of how Josh Downs did in his debut and what you've seen from him since then in his first season?
Yeah, ever since Josh has came in, he's done a really, really good job. We didn't really give him the ball as much as we'd like to. We definitely want to try to give him the ball a little bit more, try to work him in a little bit more. So we'll definitely get him in a little bit more in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, he's done a really, really good job, and I'm definitely excited to have him on my team, have him as one of my weapons. We'll definitely try to light him up a little bit or heat him up a little bit more. So he's definitely capable of having a really, really good year.
Thanks.
All right, JB Ricks, go ahead.
Hey, Sam, thanks for taking out the time. I just got one question for you in regards to the morale of the team when you guys found out that you weren't going to get to play this past weekend. How long did it take for you guys to kind of boost your morale back up and kind of refocus or whatever for your next opponent? And what role did you play with helping your team, as the quarterback of this program?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like you see like a lot of other games being canceled, but you're just like, all right, whatever. But when your game gets canceled, it's completely different. So it was definitely very disappointing, especially just going through a whole week of preparation and all of that kind of being for nothing. But we really just got to look at it from a positive side. We got a whole week better as a team, and we really just got to turn our heads to the next game and whatever comes out is next. So definitely just trying to keep that message out to all the guys. And like I said earlier, we have a very mature team. They're on a really, really good place mentally. So we've been able to do that, and that's all starting with great leadership and Coach Brown. So we really just try to look at the positive side of everything. And like I said, we got a whole week better last week preparing for UNC Charlotte. So that's the way we got to look at it.